Good afternoon, traders. Hello, and welcome to a live trading session here on YouTube. I hope you are all doing really well. This is a special one for this month of November with me. I'm a coach at Chart Champions. You've got Severin in the house, and you also have Scott. Let's do a quick sound check, make sure that you guys can hear us, and then we may proceed with a video and a live trading stream. So let's have some fun, and let's start with Severin. Let us know.
Hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing very well, ready for another exciting live trading stream today. So yesterday's been going extremely nice. So let's see if we can catch some good trades today as well. So Scott, how are you doing? How was your morning thus far?
Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me. 1 BTC, 2 BTC, 3 BTC, 4.
3 BTC confirmed. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you both loud and clear.
I am excellent. Thank you. I slept in a little bit today, so I'm not going to lie to you. But it was good. I've been well. Thank you very much. Have had a pretty nice week of trading despite some kind of crazy volatility, and it's a massive uptrend. How about you guys? How are you doing today, this afternoon, on your end?
Yeah, good. I'm buzzing. I'm really happy. It is nice to be here. Obviously, we have quite a special going on here at Chat Champions this month of November, where we're opening up our live trading sessions to you all there, the community. So it's nice to see a few familiar names in the chat. So yeah, this is nice. But yeah, an exclusive for this month. We have quite a lot to cover today. Hopefully we'll get some volatility. The markets have been somewhat very kind to us lately with the presidential election over in the US. There's been a lot of data releases as well. So yeah, it's been okay. Yesterday I watched your stream as well, Severin and Scott, and yeah, amazing. So please don't sleep on those. You can always go back and rewatch those. So yeah, very good. We've been cooking some nice trades on BTC lately as well. So those are yeah, well and truly amazing. So yeah, let's I've got your screen up, boys, and yeah, every time you want to share anything, just let me know and I can switch over, or I think it does it automatically, right? The platform. So currently Scott's screen is up. So yeah, hello everybody. Let's go.
So have you taken any trades yet this morning? What are your outlooks this morning, Igor and Severin?
Yeah, so this morning I took a long earlier this morning from the on NQ from the yesterday's midpoint, and that was around the 21,130. But I closed way too early. I was busy doing a few setups here in preparation for the stream, and I thought, you know what, let me just pay attention to what I'm doing and leave the trade alone. So I moved my stop up too early, but still, nevertheless, made a few bucks there, which is nice. But yeah, that was the first initial touch early this morning, around 11 my time, for a little bounce up on NQ. What about you, Severin?
For me, I've also taken one long scalp on NASDAQ. And other than that, no trades for me thus far, which can be interesting as well, because then you can all see how I am approaching the markets when I am starting New York with actually not a big profit patch. So I'm starting with only about $250 profit for now. And that means that I'm a little bit more conservative on the first trades, meaning I want to just add a few profits and take some quick profits first before I'm more open to holding my trades for a little longer. So we will see what NY is going to give us today. The overnight session has been extremely slow. So now we finally had a little bit of a pullback on ES and NASDAQ. But other than that, it was just stuck in that range. Not the best trading opportunities this morning, but that's probably going to change in, 20 minutes when NY opens. So I've seen some pretty nice moves on crypto. So the long trade that we had yesterday on Ethereum played out perfectly. Link still playing out with a nice pump overnight. So that's great to see. And yeah, I have some alerts set. So if anything happens on crypto, we will also cover that today.
Brilliant. What about you, Scott? You flat? I guess you slept in.
For me, I am flat. I was flat on the bed. No. So like usual, I don't trade first thing in the morning. I like to get up, have a little bit of a routine, and then get to the screens. And fortunately, I had done my technical analysis yesterday. And for me, really, I mean, is this going to be the third day that we have an uptrend, or are we going to have some kind of mean reversion? That's where I'm at. I want to know, do these market makers want to really kick this thing into high gear? Is Nvidia going to keep taking off to new all-time highs? Is Tesla going to keep ripping above 300? This is what I'm looking at today. Or do we have a situation where, over the past 2 days, we've been building value steadily higher, not even overlapping. And we've got two P-shaped profiles over the past 2 days. So, do we get a D-shaped profile today? Do we have a little bit of a evening out of inventory? Because you have to imagine the inventory in New York, the inventory in London, they're long. They're very long. And, do they see a lot more upside? We'll see. We'll find out. And if not, maybe they want to take some profits at the end of the week. And, I'm okay with that too. So I'm just going to follow whichever way the market is giving us best signals. And, pretty excited to be here. Also have a few small announcements, if you don't mind.
Oh, good. Go ahead. I was actually going to go over what you were just talking, because as you were talking about the P-shaped profile, I was actually going to ask you a question. Are you referring to the RTH session or the complete composite profile for the day? But no, you go ahead, do the announcements, and then we can go back to the plan, and I'll go back to your screen. Let's do it.
Excellent. That sounds great. So just a couple of announcements. As you all know, if you are a member with us, these are the live streams that we're doing 3 times a week, sometimes 4, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then every once a month, we do a power hour stream on Wednesdays. So if you're not a member with us, this is a period of time where you can get a little bit of insight, a peek behind the curtain on what we're doing every week, how I'm trading with these coaches, and amazing insights that they're providing. So I do have an exciting announcement, though. It's going to be starting next week. So next week, Chart Champions, for the month of November, we're going to start giving away a few raffles. So we have a couple of giveaways in the books. I don't want to give away exactly what they are, but they're fun. They're exciting. Some of them are very useful. Some of them will be very helpful to you traders. So keep tuned in and definitely plan on joining us next week, because we do have a couple of prizes to give away for some of you all in the chat. So those would be my announcements, and just wanted to quickly put that in the hopper, and we can get going back on the PA.
Nice. I'm excited for that. Sounds good.
Very good.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So going back to the question, because you were talking about the P-shaped profile. So are you talking, do you want to, you've got your screen there being shared, but are you talking RTH or are you talking the full composite? Because that's what I have for today as well. I've got like that P shape, so that's part of my plan that I did this morning. So as of now, as you were saying, and I love how you were going over your plan, because I was like, yep, check, and it's like value is higher. So we still haven't had like that nice pullback that typically we get. We open a couple of days back with that big gap. So today, let's see where price is going to open. So is it the full composite profile are you looking at for the P-shaped formation, or are you looking at the individual sessions?
That's a great question. It is both. So I'm looking at the combined RTH and ETH. Now, on my screen here, you can see that I have ETH and RTH broken out, but on my trading view, I actually have it all in one composite profile. So that's where I'm seeing the composite profile being a P-shape. Also, we have this overnight session looking to be a little bit like a P. It's not the strongest P I've ever seen, but definitely an indicator of strength in this market, and something that I'm paying a lot of attention to, because if the value is building higher, we need to follow the value. So that's where I'm at with it.
Brilliant. Love that.
That's very good. And I was having a quick look at Bitcoin. So yesterday evening, we made a new all-time high once again. Let me share my screen real quick. Then I can show something that I will be monitoring here while we are waiting for NY to open.
Do I have to switch the scene?
No, wait a second.
Okay. Yeah, because it should minimize
share my...
Hey, no pressure, guys. No pressure, but we have more live viewers right now than Top Step TV. Bring it on.
Good.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's up.
All right, just quick overview of Bitcoin here. Let's do it on the 15-minute time frame. I can hide this. Just looking at plain price action, what have we done overnight? So we've made a new all-time high yesterday evening. What are we seeing in terms of market structure? Very simple: low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So for me, unless this market structure changes, I for myself am absolutely not interested in short trades. We are looking at the lower time frames here, such as the 15-minute time frame. So if we go up a time frame, we can see on the 4-hour, for example, there's no weakness whatsoever yet. So shorting up here, in my opinion, very risky play. And there's actually a level I am interested in for today as a little bit of a go with the trend and go with momentum type of long trade. This is going to be previous day value area low at 75,280. What I like about this level is that this is lining up with previous supply. Okay, we had supply once, twice, 3 times, flipped, price action above. So if we take or hit this level, I will be monitoring a reaction. We can see it's also lining up with the 6.6. So that's the CC. We do have some nice confluence down here. I would like to see the previous day value area low tested and not the CC though. Okay, so this is my key level for today. When we get down here, I will check the reaction to just go with the strength on Bitcoin. If we start to see market structure changes, I can obviously adjust, but for now this is still looking very strong. So let's check the 1-hour time frame. All we are doing is flipping supply into demand. We have seen that here. I already showed it yesterday. Supply zone flipped into demand. We can look at the next best supply zone forming here, broken, flipped into demand. So this is a little bit of a low time frame supply zone now inside this range at previous day value area low. Would be interesting to see if there's also anchored VWAP confluence. I'm gonna see. Perfect, anchored VWAP also lining up. So this is key support for intraday price action on Bitcoin.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Yeah, we've been trading BTC very well lately because like since the 53k lows, it's just been obviously rise, every pullback, a nice buy opportunity. So we've been doing really good plans on that side of the market. But yeah, we're kind of the last few hours on BTC, it's been somewhat sideways. So since last night, we've been stuck between 76 and 75. So not going too much anywhere. But yeah, value still up here. We've got let's see what happens here over the next few hours. But yeah, this is my plan for this morning. So if you're on YouTube and you're not part of Chat Champions team, this is what I do each day in the morning. I do a similar plan on this for BTC, where I go over, like my plan, what I'm looking for, very similar to ES and the NQ. But yeah, currently, we do have that P shape as well. Value is higher. We have finished business above, but also finished business below on the RTH. But then when you group them together, these two profiles, so overnight and RTH, you do have a weak low on that at 75k into the range point of control. I'm just going to put some candles because I know some of you probably prefer to look at the candles. So, those candles come in around that 75k. So we might get a little drop into it, and then that's where I've got an alert. And just intraday today, looking for those single prints potentially to be filled. First one will be support, and that one is actually very good because it's confluent with the midpoint of yesterday as well as the value area low. So that would be nice to get a little pullback, sweep all of the lows, and then regain, and then go back inside to then go back and make another high. So that would be nice. Those are the targets. That's what we're looking for. So yeah, I like your analysis there, Severin. Nice one. And for now, I'm scanning the markets here. So I've got on the left, this is Quantower, similar to Scott's Quantower setup. So that's the trading platform I use. I love it. So on the left, I look at the market profile for the for the real trading hour session. So for the ES and Q, I've got gold here, but we can take a look at BTC and anything else that you guys want to see. And then this is the book map, sort of speak, or DSF, which is the real time orders coming in for ES and also NQ. As soon as I see a trade, I will obviously jump on it. But as always, make sure you read the legal trade disclaimer. Everything is for educational purposes only, and it's not financial advice. And there's obviously a little lag on the stream. I don't know how many seconds, but there should be a few seconds. So don't go jump in just without making your own risk assessment. So we're looking then at the DOM there on the right, and the time and sales, and as well as the market depth at the top. So we have got you covered for today. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this month of November so that we can hang out. And if you have any questions, we can take those questions. This is going to be fun. Let's go. Passing over to you guys.
Yeah, so you can go over to my screen once
Yep.
again. And while I'm preparing for NY Open, so there's one playbook that I already shared with the community, but something I will be keeping an eye on is this London or overnight session demand zone at around 21,205 all the way up to 15. So in my opinion, this is going to be a very key zone. If that is claimed, I expect a new all-time high to be made on Nasdaq. If not, this is an area where I will be monitoring price action, because if we start to see weakness, this is a very good zone to put in that lower high. So I will definitely check that reaction up there. We can see ES has already done that here in London session. So we had this overnight session demand zone sitting at around 6,000, retested for an initial rejection. I don't like to trade this before NY opens, so this is not a trade for me, but up here I will see where NY opens and see if there's a good reaction up there.
Excellent. And I do have a bit of good news here that I would be happy to share with you all. So as you know, I do trade on my own personal account. That's with AMP Futures, and that's my personal capital. But I'm also trading a little bit on prop firms, mainly one called Top Step, if you've ever heard of them. Maybe you have. They're a big name in the space. But I wanted to share that over the past couple of months, well, actually over the past month, I had been practicing to trade a 150K combine, and through my trading with Chart Champions on our live streams, I have passed my 150K combine, and I'm now a funded trader with Top Step. And my goal is to earn a payout with you all so that we can do it together, we can do it as a team, and we can show each other how it's done, support each other on the way through, and get paid, baby.
Nice one. Well done.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Scott is on fire lately, man. In these live trading streams, we had a lot of fun. And Scott is a true professional at holding trades, keeping risk management in mind, even with an initial loss that doesn't set him up. So he's just going to continue and reverse it for some nice profits. Well done, mate.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure trading with you guys. It's a real honor, actually. And it's wonderful to be here with all of you in the chat as well. I wanted to give a few call outs. Zach Anthony, hello, my friend. It's great to see you. Zach's a legend. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. We have Cairo. We have Johnny El Patron, my good friend. Hope you're well. Niels, great to see you, my man. We'll get back to your question. Capricorn, Random Thoughts, Munir, Moondream, Splash Fire Films. So many amazing. Dirk, it's great to see you, Dirk. Hey, how are you? And we're really just excited to have you all here today. And happy Friday to you all.
Yeah, happy Friday. Nice. So a little bit slow here, just pre-market. Let's see in a few minutes what the market open brings us. We've got about 8 minutes left of this last.
Also, feel free to interact with us in the chat. So let us know, how has your week been? Are you up on the week, down on the week? How is it going for you all? Bazinga is also in the chat.
Yeah, our friend from Madeira. Great to see you.
Nice,
nice. We got a lot of nice stuff that happened over there.
Yeah.
clubbing at late o'clock. Silly hours. just like the silly bears and silly bulls.
Yeah, what do you so to me at Bitcoin, it does look like a bit of an accumulation or distribution range forming. Who do you think silly today? Do we think it's silly bears or silly bulls?
It's hard to tell now, to be honest. We can take a look at the order flow, but yeah, I mean, I would say right now it's just not worth even looking at it, to be honest. And you can, I'm sure you can understand why. Since last night, 22, it's literally sideways. It's doing nothing. So, I mean, if I look at this, maybe we can look at the daily, and I'll just pop the delta in here just so we can see in terms of, let me go symbol, let's go delta, just to see, okay, so we do have quite a few silly bulls right at the top of the move. But it's kind of mixed, to be honest. But we have more bulls up there than bears. So the bulls are kind of like still winning, in my opinion. Thereabouts. So yeah, it's the top of the range. We arrived. It's trying to make that nice pattern of a swing high, but it's not confirmed yet, and it's just making higher highs and higher lows. So we just have to be patient, wait for the next trade setup. But you know, if you've been following along, we've had such an amazing few trades here that have been just spot on BTC. Yeah, if you're part of the group, you know exactly what we're talking about, you know what's been cooking, because yeah, it's now is just one of those that we have to wait. Even if you go on to a 30 minutes, you look at the price action here and hide everything else, you can see it is just literally, you know, doing not much. So typically when this happens, you know, the price is waiting for one or two things, like a news event to get that injection of liquidity, or a swing failure to then make price like get that follow through. And so far it's just trying to hold up here. Obviously I'm bullish because we're making, as you said, Severin, we're making higher highs and higher lows, but we need a bit of a ignition. We need that oomph to get out of this 77 78k range. And sometimes they find that ignition by taking a few stops. So if you need a few limit buys down here, you want to make those bulls that have been buying these drops, you want to kind of like get their stops before you go higher, meaning like they will have the stops below this low at 76, like call it 76,200. This is the CME, by the way. So, you know, as soon as price looks below, those stops get triggered. Those are market sell orders. If you are a limit buyer and you're holding up the books, then you can put your limits in, and then you fill a nice position, and then you take it to the other side. Like for example, if one, then two, that's a strategy that we do. And yeah, thanks for talking about that yesterday, Severin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
about
yes.
to say that. Yeah, that was actually the reason behind this long trade on Ethereum. If one, then two, what a great strategy that was.
That was it. Is. Yeah. Which was the same. I mean, look, if you are a champion, you know, even a contender, I think, because I did cover, but this is the monthly chart. So this is a monthly chart on Bitcoin, and that's what we had here. And I know last week when you guys were streaming, I couldn't be on the stream. It was a Tuesday, but I jumped in, but I think the audio was gone. But what I was going over then was that this is a monthly chart. So not a 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 or 30 minutes. Each profile here represents 1 month of price action. And I was doing the same thesis on this chart as I would on a 5 minute, and it was very much like if 1 being the low taken, then you have to hold this trade all the way up to that then 2, which was the high, and that honestly just took 3 months, but well, actually 2.5, but eventually we got there. So yeah, that was nice. So yeah, yesterday when you mentioned, I was like, yeah, classic. Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, and that's what's so cool about it. You can apply it on the higher time frames, such as you did for this amazing Bitcoin trade, but you can also look at this on the 5 minute, for example, and see how it plays out on the lower time frames. So very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm still looking.
And we only have
Yeah, go on.
2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes for NY to open. So as always, around NY open, the first minutes, we will go a little bit quiet, or me at least, to look for a trade. If I do take a trade, I will let you know, obviously. But yeah.
And we do have some news coming in 30 minutes after the open. The Michigan Consumer Sentiment Preliminary. Forecast at 71, prior is 70.5. General, I think, just a survey of strength in the economy based on the Michigan consumers. So it'll be interesting to see what those folks up in the Michigan area are thinking. We heading stronger economy. Now, obviously, we got the federal interest rate cut yesterday, and that will overall, I think, impact the economy, but it'll take some time. You know, interest rates are lagging, so it'll take some time, but things overall trending in a positive direction, especially for tech stocks. Tech stocks have really been bumping the past couple of days, so let's see if that trend continues or if we get a little bit of mean reversion here.
And as we come into the market open here, we can see NQ, and it's trying to break those 90s there, so 190 towards those 200s. Yeah, let's see. We might go quiet here for a minute or so while we get grips with this.
Yep, and if you're just joining us, just wanted to let you know this is something we're doing 3 times a week, live trading with our members over at chartchampions.com. We wanted to give just a little peek behind the curtain this month to show you guys some of the action that we're doing, some of the amazing trades that Coach Igor, Coach Severin are bringing to the table. So please take advantage of this time, and we're so happy if you have joined us. And if it's your first time here, welcome aboard. And if it's your second or third time here, it's good to see you again.
And smash the likes. No, it helps support the channel.
Yeah, and share it with your friends.
And your aunt, and your grandma, and your mum.
And your neighbor.
And your brother.
Maybe next week we'll do a Bring a Friend Day where we have one of our raffles and you can bring a friend for that. That'd be cool.
That's right.
All right, 15 seconds. I'm gonna focus.
Your screen is up there, Severin, as well.
All right, yep. Monitoring this zone. And on ES, we do have an unfinished overnight high, to be honest with you. So into VWAP, NASDAQ. Yes, that's unfinished overnight high.
Very unfinished.
Pushing above the VWAP. Let's see if they get acceptance.
That's an alert that I had at 6:08 on NQ. ES, which is just as it's coming up to that poor high. It's funny you mentioning that, Severin.
Into your demand zone, Sev?
Yep. I can see quite a few longs opening here, so I will remain patient, not shorting aggressive. Waiting for that close here.
So
no short trade yet.
Yeah, no short trades for me yet either, or long trades yet. So as it stands, we've opened the market and we had the initial move up. This is the ES, and we've just so we've opened outside yesterday's value area high, and we're just kind of like slowing here around the tens, so $6,010.
Now I can see a little bit of weakness coming in here.
Yep, same here.
Apple with the push up.
Yeah, I would say it would be nice to take that overnight high there at the tens on ES. So potentially pull back down to the open, probably a little bit too far down for a scalp long up to the tens. That would be a good plan. But it looks like they want to go before any sort of pullbacks. So let's just keep an eye. I'm keeping an eye on ES for now. You guys looking at NQ as well? Because NQ is just going...
NQ still too strong, especially with ES being a little bit unfinished up here. I'm hesitant on this short trade. We can see this massive buy block stepping in here. So very important for this type of trade is the 5-minute close. So
yeah,
not rushing anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Overnight high, getting close on ES.
Yeah, the 10s, they want to go there first. You can just see it here on the map. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's the 10s tapped. But they didn't give us a nice pullback though. And in terms of risk to reward, so if you're taking the long from 7s to 10s, you have to go with big size and then just collapse your trade, because that's obviously an area of where price can have a little pullback. But now we've smashed through the 10. Let's see if it holds. NQ still flirting with the 25s now. Quite a nice open so far.
And for NQ, I wasn't keen on longing into the VWAP, but it seems like the VWAP's being claimed. So let's see if we get a retest of that VWAP.
ES, by the way, also has a statistic of taking previous day high. So we didn't take it yet. So good chance that we're heading for the previous day high at some point.
Well, we're a couple of ticks away from that previous day RTH high. But we took the overnight high though. We're having a little rejection here.
I can also see stock starting to pull back a little bit here. So I am monitoring now on short watch.
On short watch. Let's see if we can get a close below the...
Yes.
If they had left the 10s alone and then did this retracement, I'd be looking for longs, but because they took the 10s, now it's an okay plan to look for the retest short. But let's see. Obviously, at this point, we don't have any sort of structure change, anything like that. Still finding some buyers here. Let's see the 10s now. Back tests.
Okay, back testing overnight high.
There you go. So there's the back test. If they reject here, I might just take a quick scalp short. If they reject here, the 10s again. Just want to see a rejection and I'll mark it in. But so far it looks good. I can see a couple of buys there. And I'll use that 10 as top as well. So it's the initial, just test the waters. Test the waters trade.
Are you in the short trade then?
Yeah, I've just opened one. It's still looking okay though. For more
I'm
upside.
still keeping an eye on Nasdaq here. I don't like the strength that is still coming in, but
it's exactly. It's not and then NQ is still. It doesn't look quite finished, but it's a nice place. I mean, at least you've got a really easy invalidation. That's what I like about this trade. And yeah, stop is just here, so. And then what would be nice is to leave the pull high now up there, but it looks like they want to go tap it. It's to leave the pull high as is now, have a little pullback down to the open, and then come back up. But they're coming up now, so yeah, that's that done. And NQ also trying to push through the 30s now as well.
Nvidia's pushing.
Yeah. Looking to claim the previous settlement in daily open here on NQ.
Yeah, NQ is just flirting with it. So it's resistance.
Yep.
A little bit slow, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, maybe anticipating that news coming in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Okay, a little break.
Yeah, BTC is very, very flat at the moment. No meaningful direction.
Tesla pushing up at 304. Really nice action on Tesla.
Yeah.
Google dropping.
I've now taken a 1 contract short on Nasdaq. Nasdaq to test it here.
You're on NQ. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine literally came a couple of ticks away from my stop, so I'll keep it running still. But I'm on ES, not NQ. NQ with a nice drop, better.
Yep, it's looking good.
I'll just trail mine down as well. I see a bit of liquidity coming in here at the 6. It's a little bit slow, isn't it?
Yeah, are you still in that ES short trade?
Yeah, I'm up $200. I'll share my screen. There you go. So this is the trade I'm cooking here. So we came very close to the high, but now I've used the next lower high. So we've got the high came what 2 ticks away from it. So yeah, 1 tick. That was a little bit too safe. But yeah, I'm looking now. I mean, we've taken. Did we touch the? Yeah, we did touch the 6. I was a bit distracted there. Maybe that would have been a nice place to collapse this. But I will leave it for now. It would be nice to get the retracement down to the settlement and then go take the high. So, but yeah, I don't like it's just too slow. You can see it here, so it's just not going anywhere. But I'll keep my stop exactly what it is. You know, if it comes back up to entry, then that's a $162 loss. But as I said, it's just a test the waters trade. I'm looking on the other side. I mean, we're still on an uptrend. So it could be that we can go now and reach those 16s and take the high. So that would be my preferred setup, but it would be nice to get a pullback. But yeah, I should have closed it at the 6. That's what I was looking for, but then I got distracted. But let's see, do they get a swing high here? I'm going to zoom in so we can see this. And now I can put my stop on that swing high there. So the 10s again, which was the overnight high, right?
Yep, right at the 10s, yep.
Yeah, I'll just change it up a tick, just so it's not right there. And we've got news in 19 minutes. Is it 19 minutes? Yep. No, 10 minutes. Oh, there you go. They come. They go. Yeah, that's it. I'm out of this one. Oops. There you go. I'm out of that one. I'll share your screen. Yeah, it's not doing what I want. And it looks like it wants to go. Are you still in your NQ trade?
No, I moved stop loss to break even, and that was also stopped out here. Yeah. With this 5-minute formation, it's very probable to continue this move higher.
Yeah, I would.
It's not taking any lows.
Yeah, the 606, so 006, that was the level there. That was the best. You could see when it was coming down. You could see them here. The order they took the low just into the 6 there, and then now the push high. But it's very slow. Like we've not had this in a while now. Actually, it's not very often we have such a slow start of the session. But we've got up for grabs. We've got the high, which is just at 13, and then just above it, that's where there's a little bit of a nice few orders there at 16. So it would have been nice to get this pullback slightly deeper into the open and the settlement right at the 3s or 4s, and then come back up and clean that. So, but yeah, it's just a bit too slow for me liking now. So I'll just wait for the next best setup. But at least we had good risk management on this one.
Yeah, what I'm eyeing on Nasdaq for if we get a pullback is the retest of this zone at 190, call it. That's also around NY open and the 1-minute SMA. So it would be nice to get a little bit of a pullback to then maybe look for that long trade. But it's rolling, still struggling here. It's so slow.
It's like curling, like rolling over, isn't it?
Still open for a short trade here, so I'm monitoring.
I'm in a short trade here on ES, just stop above the local high. Not super confident in this one, but taking it because I feel that the market's got to pick a direction, and it doesn't seem like it can actually get the momentum to keep going up here. So it's worth a chop for me. It's about 130 risk for a 500 reward, so I'll take it all day.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
interesting to see is when you read order flow here, you can see approaching the high on Nasdaq or that demand zone on 1,160 positive delta, slowing down to 250, and now getting the pullback. So it is
Yeah.
what you said. So it's slowing up here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm also in a scalp short now.
Oh, well done, boys. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it now. It's just too slow.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 minute has a decent 3-candle entry forming. I would have liked to see the second candle make a new high to SFP that local high, but I'll take it. I'll take it nonetheless.
Yeah, with this move into VWAP, I am up 330 and I'm moving stop to break even. My target is NY open though. So that's now 450.
There's the
let's
move
see.
down.
There you go.
What we were expecting. Just decided to go back and retest that overnight high at the 10s again. Now we've finally hit that 6.
So here's my trade if you want to see it. That's up 500 now. What I'm going to do is move my stop loss down to here. See, where's my target? Target
80.
is there.
85s look good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, NVIDIA actually had a decent drop here.
Mm-hmm.
That's aiding this drop on Nasdaq, obviously.
Oh yeah, I see that. What about the SPY? Okay, SPY is still higher.
Still pushing a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's still pushing.
I'm
Tesla's still
locking this
pushing.
trade for 500 here. As I
Okay,
said,
nice one.
first trades of the day. I'm a little bit more conservative on TPs.
Nice one.
Yes, with a bit of a rebound.
Well, the idea was on par. All right, we're at the open now on the NQ.
Yeah.
In the 85s.
But now this is very interesting what we've done up here. So the champions know this, but that is actually the overnight session supply and demand flip that I was talking about. So we did get a bearish 15-minute close. So if I swap this to here, can see it right there. A little bit higher than this demand I was marking out first, but
yeah, we've got
overall
some.
getting the
Yeah,
rejection.
but we have. I mean, it was exhaustion upstairs, but we do have around those 30s. We have like a series of ugly highs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
if we get an opportunity for a long, that would be target, and it's kind of forming down here now.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say,
the NY Open
Right.
retest here.
Yeah,
Also looking, yep.
yeah. I'm gonna
For
pull a quick
me-
long. Yeah,
I have taken a long trade here as well.
yeah. Are you holding your short, Severin?
No, that is closed for 500.
All right, well done. Just want to see if it holds here.
Where's the 7.5 of this? We are also
80.
7.5 right below. Yeah.
You're looking for the 7.5 of this. I'm looking for 80. So, yeah, the front runner. I'm gonna be patient. Wait for it. We're also at the 1 minute 50 SMA as well. So it's
Yeah,
okay support.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's crossing the NY Open, so that's low time frame support down here.
But look, it's just so slow. I mean, at least I wanted to see the 80s, but they've just backtested the 85, and that's it.
Mhm.
Left me behind. Did you take the long, Scott?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well done.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you. So,
s-
see if it-
same here. We got the entry. So my strategy entry. That's it. Very nice trade.
We are in
Yeah.
some resistance here, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get
Mhm.
through it or if we reject.
Yeah, because you've got the poor highs that we were talking about now at the 30s, so that would be target if we can push through. Plus, yes,
Yeah.
it's back at the highs there.
We are at a 1 minute demand zone now, so I might be. Let's see how we react at this NYVWAP. I'm now up 450 on this trade again and locking this.
Lovely.
So that is
I'm
now,
sharing your screen there, so continue.
yeah, you saw that here. So just as I was saying, the first trades, I'm a little bit more conservative on TP. So this is now 2 trades combined, I think, for 1,000 profit. So that's good. We might continue here, but for me, it's all about locking some first and then being a little bit more open to holding these trades for longer. We got this, so our champions know this. That was the support I was looking at, NY Open as well as 50 SMA. All right, on the 1 minute, we got the arrival candle, reversal, retest, entry. Nice.
Brilliant. Like such a beautiful trade. No, well done.
And well
So
done,
you've got
guys.
the 50 SMA.
Are you
Yeah.
still in the trade, Scott?
Yes, I'm still in the long trade. The short trade on ES was stopped out at the like a 1 minute high, and it was just $100, $130 loss. So not a big deal there. But I am in the long trade on NQ. I've moved my stop to a break-even level, and I like the action we're seeing here. I really do. Not to say we couldn't reject here, but we're above the New York VWAP. We're above the VWAP. So continue higher. I think we're good to go clear those 30s again.
Yeah,
Nice. Maybe we can share your screen. Then I stopped sharing mine because I'm not in a position. And we can see this here statistic playing out. So ES has taken the previous day high.
There you go. So yeah, exactly. So let's see what they do up there. There's quite a bit of volume coming in up there. So there's about 300 lots, nearly 400 lots. So it's not like they're completely finishing yet.
I'm not seeing any major liquidity sitting here on the books in NQ except for below. So that's a little
62, yeah.
62. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We are at some local resistance here on Nasdaq, to be honest. So this is the retest of that demand zone. It's going to be very important to see what ES does with this previous day high here. So if ES rejects here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nasdaq drop.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, we just can't break those 12s there.
Mm-hmm.
How do I change your screen there so that it makes your screen share bigger rather than the...
You can fix it. I think there is a tool to fix his presentation.
Yeah, I'll focus on price now. I'll fix that in a minute.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, you can unshare and share it, then it's going to be up there as well.
Yeah, and I think it's yeah, because it's quite small on the stream.
Okay. Do you want me to unshare and then reshare?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Try that.
Try it.
There you go. So NQ is really pushing towards those 30s now. So those 12s now should be nice support, like locally, obviously, like very low time frame. But meh, just very slow. There you go. Oh, someone was saying put the pin and it will make it go bigger, but I think Scott has sorted it out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I'm used to use Zoom and others, so yeah, even here a long would be nice. Backtest of the 12s, but I'm just not feeling the confidence is just not there. It's just too slow. Typically, yeah, but yeah, if there is a trade here from the 10s all the way up to the 30s, you're still on that long?
Yep, still in the long trade, and I really would like to see higher here. I'm being patient because I think if we do go higher here, we could go all the way to the previous day high, just like ES has done.
Yeah.
But not exactly seeing the bullish price action that we want to see in order to get that outcome. So I've got my stop at a break-even point. I'm happy to be stopped at break-even. Well, not happy, but I'd be okay with that. And would like to see this thing run to potentially the 250s. So we'll give it a minute.
Yeah, it's just flirting here, so no entry signal for me.
Yeah, for me, so I am in one scalp short trade here. Reason is this retest of that previous demand zone, because if we lose this, we might get follow through. So for me, this is a stop loss of $200. I'm open to risk 200 to find out if that's going to be the rejection, and if not, we can probably take the previous day high on Nasdaq. Can
Yeah.
also see a little bit of strength on the stocks. So currently your trade is in favor, I would say, but I am playing this based off my playbook that I have with this previous demand zone.
And as you were saying that, not that I counter traded, but because we took the lows, I was looking for the 12s. We took the lows. I went to trade, so I'm risking now a little bit of $35 now, moving stop higher. I'm going to share my screen very quickly. So we took the lows. I got into the long. I would like to see the 30s tapped now. So let's see if we can push higher. But it's just come close to the high and failing again. So I'll keep an eye on this. But yeah, stop at break even.
Yeah, but it's not
because Severin is a legend.
Direction.
No, it's not. Just because you're a legend and you're short as well. So I'm like,
I know
who do I want to counter trade?
And it's interesting because you all can see that we're not just taking the exact same trades. We have our own trading plans. We have our own ideas. So
absolutely. But yeah, this is a valid trade. I mean, I could put my stop below the low. I can see a bit of a 10 support here again, but it's just, look, it's just not getting that oomph when it goes out of a level. We can see, yes, it's still at the high. There is now lower volume there at the 14s. But remember, earlier we were looking for 16s. We've not hit the 16s yet. So that 16 is still kind of waiting there. And Q comes down, sweeps the lows. We were waiting for the 12s, nothing there. 10s, nothing there, sweeps the low. Okay, that's a little bit better. If I make the order slightly bigger, you can see that we had okay order, but not the best. So liquidity somewhat quite small, but it's nice to take the liquidity down here and then head higher. There you go. So now we're getting the push. This is going to be the third time now. Will we push through those 20s? So let's see. I'll move my stop.
Keep in mind, we do have that news coming in 5 minutes. The Michigan Consumer Sentiment Preliminary. So that's some red folder news.
I'll keep my stop exactly what it is. So it's a risk-free trade. Then I'll show you a screen. You're still cooking a better trade from the open backtest and 50 SMA, right?
That's right.
Good stuff. Come on, let's push to those 16s on ES. That would be nice. 16s on ES and then NQ go take the 30s. That would be the best plan. So as soon as we hit the 30s, I'll move my stop up. But having said that, look at that. We've taken that high. So what I will do, based on all of that liquidity eaten there, I'm going to just wait for the swing low here. I wouldn't like to see them below the 12s again. Oh, there you go. Stop that. Funny. They literally heard me saying 12s.
They heard you say it.
Touch it. Yeah, that's it. I'll go back to your screen. There's still a bit more room to the upside, but it's just, I mean, look at this price action for the past over 3 minutes. It's just not going, but it should, if it gets out of this range now, it should just, slingshot straight up to 30s. If it can get out of here. Are you still on your short trade, Severin?
Yes.
Okay.
In my opinion, this is a very key zone. If this is lost, we can get some follow through to the downside, but still there's no major weakness. So this is a little bit of an aggressive short trade, but the risk is very small. And now I can risk a couple, so that's all right. But yeah, keeping the data in 3.5 minutes in mind.
Yes.
What gets me here is that ES is really pushing hard at the previous day high, but it can't seem to break above.
No.
And it's
really lagging a bit.
Quite a few longs actually right at the previous day high, and it just can't get any follow through. So markets are a little bit exhausted with these crazy moves to the upside that we had recently. So
I would say so.
A little bit slower.
Breaking that range to the downside on NQ.
Coming back in.
So we are at VWAP, so my trade at 300 profit, so I might as well protect this now in front of the data release.
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes.
Just gonna share my trade real quick. Might be stopped very soon. But I don't want to be in this trade with the data release that we have coming up.
Smart. Good management.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, pushing, Nasdaq lagging, all right.
Yep. And there's ES into the 16. So currently 15.25. And NQ is sort of like sticking down here, right?
Yeah,
I was shifting here. We have a nice high from yesterday, though. But are we turning around here at some point? But I feel those highs that are the 30s are not the best highs to leave this behind.
It looks good on the 15-minute, this retest, not gonna lie. Right here,
It does.
this retest.
It does. When you move out to the 30-minute, it does look even better.
So I'm just gonna stay in this trade with a stop loss at break even. So
yeah, liquidity is now vanishing now from the books. You can see the level 2 going a little bit quiet there. Still hitting those 15s. So 16 was my level for the long side of the market on my plan this morning.
Just about 1 minute left here, 30 seconds. I'm not a huge fan of holding trades through the news, especially when I'm close to my entry.
Neither am I.
I'll make an exception for this one.
Yeah, and some people are sometimes concerned about slippage, but my experience on low position size AMP, there is no slippage even during data releases unless it's an FOMC or Fed interest rate or something like that. But for me, I accept the risk here.
Okay, data's in.
I'm still in, very close, but
look at the yeah, you're out. Yeah, the yo-yo. I mean, let me share my screen. Look at that. There's just like the liquidity all disappears from the books, and price just literally goes through the levels like it's nothing. And there you go. So now we have ES completely finishing that 16. So that's kind of like the accomplished target. So now let's see if they hold this. I want to see NQ at least take those 30 highs. There you go, 25, coming into those 30s. Should go and push there to clean that. Let's expand this. Nope,
Yes,
not taking it.
Resistance.
Back again. Oh, rejecting at 25s. If we reject here on yes, I might take a scalp short based on my full target to the upside. Well, not full target, but one of the initial targets. But so far, it's looking okay.
Yeah, let's see here. It's the first test of support. Thank you.
Yep, still nothing here. Still trending higher. As you can see.
Retest of key level on Nasdaq just now. The secret key level, that is a weapon.
Don't share your secrets.
No.
It was funny because it was also that SR flip 15. All right, we are sluggish again. Sluggish.
Yeah, not loving it.
Right, here's the second backtest of the 16. Okay, so it's looking a little bit okay, but still making a higher high, higher low. Is this a potential another higher low? Let's have a look. They're gonna break it.
You can just see it.
You're short. Yeah, sorry,
Look
go on.
at the 15-minute on the Nasdaq. It's just unable to break this zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the settlement from yesterday as well. So it just can't get up there. If we do reject here, we could drop massively.
Yeah, that's it. That's
We
it.
we could see 21,000 exactly. That would be nice. Yeah, I like this here for a short trade on the ES, but I'm not going to take it yet. I want to see at least a little bit more data. I'll show you a screen up there, Severin.
Yeah, I'm still looking on Nasdaq.
Yep.
I see the argument for rolling over here, but
Yeah,
it's
me
just
too.
stuck. It's stuck between VWAP and daily open, small range.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a break up one side or the other here.
I
Are
want
you
to
still
see.
in this long trade, Scott?
Yep, still in a long trade.
Brilliant.
Being patient. Really, really want to see this thing run to target. But if it doesn't, like I said, we're in good position, so I'm not too worried about it.
Okay, so we are unable to cross those 16. So that 16 is a big level to break. And we've come in, we only printed 25 lots at the very high, which was 1850. And we've not revisited that high. We have now failed again the 16. So you can see here on the market profile. So 25 lots back below. We've retested this node here and rejected again. So far, okay, there you go. So now we're kind of like shifting to the downside, testing the 50 there on the NQ as well. I think this is a valid short setup here.
Same.
Yeah.
I did take a scalp short again.
Okay.
Also, Nvidia now breaking the lows, so the local lows, that is.
I know, but Nvidia is coming into some support now.
Previous
this is-
EQ. Oh,
Yeah.
this trade now and 400 profit. I'm going to protect that one. I want to see a close below the VWAP to get follow through.
Okay, my long trade stopped out at break even now.
So you came all the way back down to entry.
All the way back down. Yep, so no follow through there. It's a
Yeah.
good sign that we're not getting follow through the upside.
Nvidia's into previous day EQ, so it's going to be important where this Nasdaq closes. Okay, that's a 1 minute close below VWAP, so I can hold on to this trade for a little bit. All right, that's looking good.
I'm sharing your screen there.
See, into NY open, so it's a retest of NY open and value area low. ES also coming into some support.
Yeah, ES is at support now.
I am going to trail my stop loss to the local high to secure, what is it, 450, as we are at low time frame support being value area low and NY open. Let's see.
Let's see if we can take the low out on NQ here.
Yeah, this is support on ES, so
Yeah, we're at support here. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Closing in 1 second. It's a bearish close, continuation. Stop loss is at a good place up here. We can see that on the CCTR. It makes sense to keep the stop loss where it is. Still support here, so if we bounce, that's valid. ES is also trying something here.
Yes, ES is really working with this low here, which is the overnight high as well. The back to the 10s from earlier.
NQ does not want to play though.
Now, if we break the lows again, that would be great. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Next level, previous day point of control. Control my stop loss just a little bit more above this high right here.
Okay, it's not holding here, yes.
Up 900 now, almost 900. That's not bad. And the stop loss is gonna log 575. And saved by 1 tick, but expecting to be stopped out soon. There we go. It's another 575 with this rebound.
Nice one, mate.
Excellent trade.
Yeah, it's a shame It's a shame you didn't box in a little bit more your trade earlier, because you probably were up a little bit on that trade, Scott.
Yeah, definitely saw potential for a reach to PD high, especially since ES had reached up there. But
Yeah.
I did just take another long trade here on ES from the retest of the 1 minute 50 SMA. So retesting PD high now. I want to see if we can make a new high here. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that's a good trade
Well-
because you've hit the nice support there. But let's see,
Alright.
NQ is now coming up to 95, which is that resistance from earlier. So let's see if we can flip this or reject here altogether.
Oh, that looks good. For our champions members, just look at the respect of this key level. It's unbelievable. Exact touch for this bounce. Wow. Nasdaq even presenting a scalp long here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting out though for now.
ANQ coming to retest the daily value area low. So, yes, looking a little bit better, but coming back to retest the New York VWAP.
Just trying to pin out for everyone. Let me see. Oops, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't quite know how to make your screen bigger there.
I can stop sharing. There's, oh, look at this 5-minute candle on ES. So 5 minute on ES, closing below the previous day high and then retesting the stacked sell imbalance. It's a little bit conflicting signs here though with this previous.
You know what? That's exactly how I feel. Like I see the long, I see the short. I saw the short on ES, target hit, but you know we've come off the back of like a complete run up, so it's a little bit tricky to just go straight into it. So
if we just have a look at this on ES, we had the series of unfinished highs. That's overnight high. What a massive supply zone that is. Supply once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. We are retesting this, so that is definitely support. There's definitely support until it's lost. But at the same time, if we look at previous day high, we had the push above previous day high, failed to get follow through at the 16 you were mentioning, closing a 5-minute candle back inside previous day's range, even forming stacked sell imbalances on the way down, then retesting it. So we have a long and a short. So
yeah, but this is not holding here. I've gone for a quick short scalp here for $150, and that's it. Stopped out. Entry, yeah. Kind of wanted to go with that break, but we've just cleaned the low. You guys flat?
I'm flat. Scott is in the trade though.
I'm long here on ES, not having the highest confidence right now.
Yeah, it looks, it doesn't look the best. It looks like it wants to break lower. I attempted there, but I pressed break even straight away on my Elgato Stream Deck. That's what I use for trading. I wanted to go for that break, but look, we kind of broke. We moved down and quickly back inside. It looks like it just wants to break, but we're at yesterday's point of control. We might see that rotation here, so let's have a look. And then we'll take a look at the chat as well. Yeah. We're just trying to obviously focus here and not miss these moves. Okay, sweeping the low back inside now. Is it going to stick? Is it going to hold? Yes, still trying.
Yes, Octopus, we do read the comments. We're just at the moment trying to trade a little bit and focus here. Well, don't worry. We'll get back to the questions, and apologies if we haven't gotten to your questions yet.
Okay, we've got a double low on ES. NQ still not completed down there. Where is... Yeah, we don't really have much liquidity going on here, do we? Are you noticing that today, Scott?
Yeah, there's none of the big red bands. Yeah, none of the red bands are here, so maybe they're done for the week.
And it's funny because there was a big buyer down there and he completely left earlier. Yeah, let's see. Here's the Yeah, and look at that. So the ES, oh my God, I've got someone calling me. And ES comes down, makes a double bottom low here at the 609s, 608. Still unable to break it. I'm leaning a little bit more to the downside here, but obviously we've come a little bit far now. But it looks like NQ wants to break this little low here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
But ES and NQ, they've been a little bit divergent recently. So
yeah.
it's returning.
How long do we got 16 minutes still? Yeah. I'm going to wait a little bit. Let's see if at least we can reclaim it. I mean, it could be the fact that we're just doing that nice round and then we can move all the way up to the 30s on the NQ. That would be incredible. Because we left that up there still. That would be a good run from the point of control of yesterday where we're sitting at. But we'd have to break 80. We have to break 80 and then back test it, and then we can run. Even with the S trapping some, well, not trapping or making a significant low. But I'd want to see, I'm going to share my screen for that. I want to see this 80 flipped, and then it gives us a nice round, like bottom here formation. And then we can head towards, the highs there.
Pretty interesting to see the liquidity on NASDAQ is just not there. Really not there.
It is different. We basically just tapped the 80 for a little pullback. So I'm not seeing anything here. 15 minutes.
I'm also flat, not in a trade. And I want to let this price action develop for a little bit. So I don't see a great opportunity.
There you go.
Someone was asked.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, no, you go ahead. I'm just looking.
No, I just wanted to say that at some point I can also have a look at gold because I was trading gold yesterday, but it has time. I don't see a great trade where we are. So let's have a look at this price action and then I can share my view on gold again.
Oh, great.
And there you go. So NQ swept the 80s and came straight back inside with no no stopping, no follow through. So yeah, it's
yes, now moving down too. See if I get pulled out of this trade here.
Because you're in a long, yeah.
Yep, in a long. And I do feel this one's gonna get stopped out. That's okay, it's part of the game. Did see a way for this one to make another high, but maybe it's not today.
Just scanning my trading view here, higher time frames. All right, so we have a nice high on ES. Really nice high thus far. We have low volume out there. We identified the turning point at 16, tapped 18, so that's not too bad. C session typically brings us a nice trade. We are chopping in between the session B. So let's give ourselves a bit of time, 13 minutes, and then it's going to be a little bit more clear because I see direction for both sides, but I also see a big drop if we do reject here. Yeah, and NVIDIA is breaking down as well.
Exactly, and just have a look at NASDAQ. So NASDAQ actually, this retest on the previous demand zone I was talking about. So our overnight session demand zone, that was the resistance. And we came right into the 7.5 for this rejection. We attempted 3 15-minute candles to break the zone, but 3 15-minute candles closed with a large wick to the upside. So you can see some weakness. But here, there's no short trade, obviously, on NASDAQ. We are now at the value area low.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. You flat as well, yeah?
I am flat, not looking for a new position in B session probably. So as you were saying, maybe best to wait for a little longer. ES still holding this key level. Is Scott still in the trade while he's on the bathroom?
Let me try. How do I make his
He
screen
is.
bigger? Let me just try. So more options. Don't watch. Yeah. So pin for myself. Pin to the screen. Pin to the screen. But it doesn't work. It doesn't let me pin to the screen.
What if
For everyone.
I stop sharing?
All right.
Now it should be up. Should be up now. Pin his screen now.
No, it just says pin to site. Can't quite figure out. But yeah, I wish I could manage his position. He's now in in the long. There you go. It's very yeah, you can see the market is on the NQ now. Is moving quite erratic.
Nvidia is bouncing off the previous day open, so previous day NY open.
Okay, looks like the bulls have woken up now. On both.
Can also see Bitcoin with a little bit of a bounce. Link is still pumping. Link is now at our target from my long trade. But as I said in my trading channel this morning, at this point, I would just let this run. That was such an incredible long trade.
Yo, what happened?
Well, actually,
what were you doing there? Different
Yeah.
setup in the.
Step into my office.
Nice one.
Someone wants to join the call. Why is that? That's weird. Oh, I see. That's because they can see the meeting invite, I guess. Very nice. Probably want to come in. That's funny. That is funny. No. It's a private. Just kidding.
Now, here's the thing I'm seeing on ES. We are reaching the local .75. So this would be the place for sellers to come in here and really say that, hey, no, this is the high. We're done going up for today, for the week, and we want to go lower. So this is going to be a pivotal area for me to see if we take this high at 60.18, or do we continue lower from here at the .75 at 15? That'll be big. We do have 9 minutes left here in B session, so potentially get some moves here in the last 10 minutes of the session.
It is funny how we left those three lows all stacked together on yes. So NQ making lower lows down there, and NQ and ES just being stubborn and just holding. Okay, I am flat still.
Same here.
Okay, let's look at the stocks.
BTC though, BTC did come down and took the low, just as we were talking earlier, that it needed that umph to obviously get the break out. So BTC did come down to take the little kind of like liquidity for that nice move. So now we want to see if this holds and potential a back test. I mean, it's very similar to the NQ, the low there, to be fair. But yeah, if one here, then two is the all-time high there again at 77,105. So you are just too close to target now to take the long here where we are. But yeah, down here, you would have had to been very, very quick with the trade. You would have to been down here. So yeah, we missed that one. But that's what happened just now.
Okay, let's see. Amazon a little bit flat. Apple's trying to push. Microsoft's going down a little bit. Nvidia's moving down. Google's moving down. SPY's moving up. Tesla's moving up. Probably helping ES here, Tesla. But everything else is kind of pushing against this this trade. So a little surprised about this one on ES here.
Yeah, we're rejecting the 50 on the NQ. ES still wants a bit more.
Please, please. Come on, ES. There we go. Take out the high.
What was your target from earlier when you spoke?
For ES?
Yep.
18. 18.
Nice.
Thinking about just putting one here at 17 because it's not moving the way I want to see it. Come on, baby. Being really patient for this one, holding with some, what do they call it? With some, I don't know, I lost the word. Conviction. Conviction. That's
conviction,
it.
Yeah, conviction. Yeah.
Conviction.
Of course it was conviction.
Yeah.
Right, so come on, yes.
Jason Johnson says, close it. All right. What do we think? Jay, the thing is, we've got 5 minutes left here in B session. So and NASDAQ's pushing the other way. I kind of want to see another push here up on ES before we move down, but that's just me. Maybe wrong here.
So Bitcoin is into the last resistance before I would be looking for a new all-time high. This is just low time frame resistance, but that's the retest of yesterday's high. No, Wednesday's high. It's the local value area high in CC. I would never short this here, but if we not manage to break this high now, I would love to see a little bit of a drop here and then retest the previous day value area low to then take it into 77,000. But up here, it would not be a short trade for me, just something that I would like to see. If not, we might as well just pump from here and take the highs. Ethereum also too strong. There's this big resistance up here, key resistance, but we can see market structure still bullish, no lows taken, no short trade on ETH. Link is just stripping.
Yeah, I see Nvidia dropping, Google dropping. It's not helping my trade here. Microsoft dropping.
Don't know. I like it's difficult today because you've got a lot of like different stuff going on. Even though Nvidia's dropping, we're at big support on Nvidia as well. You've just taken the low, you're coming back inside 47. So it's one of those that it can reclaim this, call it 47.50, and then be accepted back inside and go and make another high. Or just lose this 46 and then, yeah, start to drop. NQ is just now back testing this resistance here. So there's a kind of like a valid short, but also potential long up to the 30 still. ES, we've got 2 minutes. Let's have a look. Let's wait. Where's NQ in the profile? Are you guys still flat, yeah? Apart from you with your long trade aiming for 18s.
Yep.
I reckon you'll get it.
Got it.
You can just see NQ rolling down below those 200s, isn't it? It's really
We need NQ to push here. If we get another push on NQ, I think we're clear on ES, but
Yeah, it's trying though, but it's just not getting any ump. A little bit now.
Come on.
there we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. 18, 20, 75.
Beautiful. Now I've got one
Yep.
contract left.
Brilliant.
Nice.
I'll just let it cook, baby.
We might
So
get a break now. Might just break through. What's the liquidity looking above it? Did you close your trade?
I closed one contract.
All right, okay.
Liquidity above at 621, 6021, excuse me.
Okay. I had 30 next on my
Let me
plan.
check that.
Yeah, 30 and then all the way to 50. Because again, it's all-time highs.
It's interesting here because NQ is actually in the middle of its TPO range, whereas ES is
Yes.
actually at the top end of its range. It's very, very strange here. Not normal.
Yes. I'm glad you can see that because it is different.
But Scott, I know you're also looking at this. Just check the key level on ES, how perfectly that has been retested for this rise.
Oh, gosh, dude, look at that.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. I wish I would have
It's-
drawn that out 30 minutes ago. Beautiful.
Wow, this key level, unbelievable.
NQ being back tested as well. The key level on NQ can't get above that key level.
No.
Interesting. Right at the 10s where we were looking at earlier. So
Yes, it's still there. 30 seconds for the next period to start here. We should see some injection in orders coming through. Nice, nice target on ES, by the way. The 18 high, Scott.
it just looked like it looked like a good high, but the price kept pushing and then it almost got there and we had that triple bottom. There was just kind of a lot of things stacking in my favor. Not like when I was entering the trade, but when I was in the trade, I saw enough to keep me confident to hold. But that being said, we have taken the high. We have SFP'd the high for now. NASDAQ is looking weak. We've just opened C session. So, we'll see. Anything can happen here. Anything goes. Also, NQ just opened a 30-minute candle below its 50 SMA on the 30-minute. So we all know that acts as very, very, very good resistance along with that VWAP. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Wes, yes, I'm drinking out of a jar because I ran out of water bottles, and the glass jar was just the next best thing. So pretty crazy, right? Yeah, we do what we can over here.
Is it a jar you got?
It's a jar.
Okay.
I've been actually trying to move away from using plastic products. I don't really drink out of plastic, so I'm trying to drink out of glass water bottles, and I just ran out of them. So it's onto the jar for me.
While we are waiting, I can do a quick TA on gold if you want, because that's been requested.
That'd be fantastic.
I'm just gonna share my screen again.
Yeah, it's being shared, your screen there.
All right, so for the ones that watched my live trading stream yesterday, I was in a long trade from down here, held it all the way till here, I believe. Overnight, we had a bit of a range going on, so let's have a look at the bigger picture here. This bounce yesterday was off the 7.5 down here. I explained it all yesterday. And what I am looking at next for my best trade would be to get a little bit of a pullback here into around 675 area. This is also previous day value area low. Let me actually give you an exact number. I'm going to check this over on Atas real quick. It's 71, so I'm going to mark it out here. Previous day value area low at 71. right here. So this is previous day value area low on this previous supply zone here before we had this nice break. And the idea of this is that the low down here is finished. We are taking highs, spending time and value up here. So it's trying to change market structure on the 30-minute time frame. And if we get this formation with the retest of previous day value area low, I would be interested in a long trade down here. I'm only setting alerts for now, but the idea of this trade would be this higher low to then take it into this downtrend anchored VWAP, which I also shared yesterday. Up here, downtrend anchored VWAP, previous range value area low. So this is what I'm looking at on gold. If we get this previous day value area low. Because on the bigger picture, it still looks bullish, right? What I was saying yesterday, if we look at these pivots here, first anchor point low, higher high, higher low, higher high. For now, this is just another higher low retest. So let's see if I can get this.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna check Bitcoin. Bitcoin might as well go for the high straight away. So that's why I said no short trade at all, because we are too strong. But if we get the pullback, it would be cool. Ethereum still strong, holding this trend line. No short trades unless we start to take lows like this. That's a nice reference point. Okay. Take the low, come back for a lower high, and take the lows once more. Then we have a pivot 1, 2, 3, confirm market structure change. And then I would say, all right, this is looking a little bit more bearish and I can start entertaining short trades. So I don't feel this is a major low that's going to hold again. Okay, and then taking it lower. But we need more data. Doesn't make sense to look at this yet.
Yep.
The C period session so far has been very slow on ES, going higher. All the way up to where we are now, 620.
Yep, see some liquidity at 625.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to see what happens if we get up there. NQ is still lagging behind. It's trying to move higher, but it's in the profile a very different spot than where ES is.
Yeah.
Nasdaq retesting that key level again for this pullback.
Yeah.
From the retest, it's already been a drop of 70 ticks.
I'm
Wow.
keeping an eye on Nvidia as well. I just have this thing like that. The market is not what it's been the past week. It's really looking for something here. I don't know. I don't want to be like a bear or anything, but I feel like we might get a little drop here. It's just like Nvidia is still stuck there. It's not getting inside at 47.50. It's just stuck on it. And Q is really struggling to even go all the way up to those 30 still. I mean, it's just we've technically broke the initial the A session low, so technically NQ is actually bearish. ES is bullish. I don't know, I feel like a short is a good trade here, that we could hold for a little bit longer than there. But I'm not seeing that. I don't have that sync between both markets, and it just feels to me that, you know, it's waiting for something. Do you guys see the same? Do you feel the same?
I do agree. Unfortunately, I missed this retest of the key level on Nasdaq. That would have been an okay-ish short trade. But I see exactly what you're saying. So ES with this continued strength, Nasdaq still lingering down here. Nvidia had a bounce of previous day open, now rejecting previous day EQ. So it's a little bit mixed here. But one thing to note here is definitely these key levels. They are unbelievable. Look at the respect on Nasdaq with this perfect retest. On ES, we had the bullish retest, and that was initiating this pump to the upside, and here this rejection. So that is a statistic that I shared inside our community. It's insane. Can't share it on the public stream though.
Yeah, And just as a reminder, we're only doing this live trading here on YouTube for the month of November. We really wanted you all who aren't members to join in, be able to see what we're doing on a weekly basis. And so we're really, really excited to be able to share that with you.
And I do have a couple of altcoin setups that I'm looking at, but none of my altcoin trades are at target yet. So I've done a altcoin stream over on our website yesterday, and I'm looking at a setup on Doge. So I have one trade on Doge, not at entry yet, but I have something pre-planned, as well as Turbo and Brett.
Turbo?
As, yeah.
Sounds like a car.
1000 Turbo. Yeah. Actually, a very interesting setup. So yeah, if we get a pullback into around 7, down to 6.7, I am interested in a trade.
Yeah, we're starting to pull back here on ES and NQ.
Yeah. It's that failure to get accepted up there. We have an okay high as well. It's what I was saying about having that. It just feels like it wants to drop here. But it's not quite there yet. Let's see this pull back. Maybe we can jump and take a little scalp short here. But I just don't like the fact that we have now that liquidity sitting at 25, but we've been unable to break the high. NQ, I'll keep an eye on your screen there, Severin, and I can see when we're streaming, we do lose a bit of space on our templates. Yeah, again, I actually, this is not something that we do all the time, but I've actually moved my TPO on ES down to 1 tick, just to kind of like find a precision, because it's just not doing what it's usually doing up to, you know, today. So let's see if we get a little bit more granular down there. NQ still at the open.
Are you looking for a trade within the next minutes, or actively looking at something, or?
Yes, yeah. I mean, we've got 20 minutes still of this C period. I mean, I feel like, I mean, look, it's making higher highs and higher lows, but I don't know. I just don't see that momentum through those 20s. I mean, we just stalled there. I feel lower. And NQ is coming down. I feel NQ is somewhat leading a little bit here, to be honest.
Yeah, and just look at the stocks. So Apple is pulling back, Microsoft pulling back, Nvidia pulling back. So
and it's Nvidia. Nice. Yeah, Nvidia is not able to claim that 4750. That's the key level I'm looking at, and it's not able. It's come down, but when you flip to a 30-minute, it's at support. So it's really hit and miss. It's like it's either make or break.
Yeah, and someone was just saying we should have a look at Palantir. So Palantir is really pumping hard. But as a trader, so when I look at this, right, or even an investor, I'm interested in investing into stocks for the long term. But what can I do up here? It's a nice pump, obviously, but I can't even think about long trades up here. So there's no setup on Palantir. It's nice to see this rise if anyone is invested or is in a long trade. But for me to be interested in Palantir, I need a big retracement. I don't see a trade up here.
Yeah, it's always hard for us to jump into a trade that it's moved like 100%, for example.
Yeah, I was going to say the same on NASDAQ and ES this week. It has really truly been one of those weeks where we've had 2, 3, maybe even another trending day. So it just feels overextended, a little exhausted. We're not seeing the same volume. We're not seeing the same amount of liquidity in the books right now. So I think if anything, we're just seeing a bit of a Friday move after the FOMC. It's just the market's digesting everything. You've got stocks pushing down, so you've got a push-pull effect going on right now. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see which one is actually leading. Is it ES leading to the upside, or is NQ leading to the downside? And I think maybe that's yet to be determined.
Yeah, completely agree with that. And let us know in a chat, actually. Let us know if you feel the same on your trading, because obviously if you're here, you've been trading these markets, let us know if you're feeling the same way. Coming up from a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you know, go to a Friday, which has just been a little bit a little bit sticky. Let us know. I'd like to know your opinion there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I have so much trouble understanding the bulls. How on earth are they going to buy up here? Well, they do. The long-term ones, they do. They don't care where they buy because they're long-terms. They're looking at long time. But yeah, it's a tricky part of the year as well to be buying. So yeah, you have that. Yeah, we're
On
just
ES?
still at the open on the NQ.
Yeah, ES, I was going to say same spot. It's trying to get above those 620s. Not doing a great job. Excuse me, 6020s, 6020, and not doing a great job here. So. Okay, I like that. Endura is saying if ES fails to close above the IB, they will look for a NQ to break IB low. Yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah, and
Okay,
if you look exactly, and if you look at NQ, we are, the B session broke A, so technically, down. It's just the C now. We just, typically we get a nice trade around this time, but don't have one yet.
Maybe we could check out a couple questions if you guys wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can do
Let's
it.
go.
Okay, scroll at the top here. Right. All right, Aqua77 was asking about what news, and the news that came out about 45 minutes ago, that was the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Preliminary. That's basically just a measure of consumer expectations, and it ended up coming in higher than forecast. So consumers are feeling a bit more bullish on the economy. So I think that plays into a continued move up here. But like we said, we're still so overextended. It's hard to say. But let me see. Any more questions? All right, this is a question about BTC. Do you think BTC dominance is topped out? Is it time for altcoin season? I wish I knew.
So
What do you guys think?
I am hosting weekly altcoin streams, and thus far they have been pretty successful. What I never pay attention to or paid attention to is Bitcoin dominance, altcoin season. So for me, I am a type of trader. I look for nice confluence zones. I'm open to trade longs. I'm open to trade shorts. And I don't really look at a dominance chart, or I don't even look at the altcoin against Bitcoin chart. I only look at Ethereum against USD, for example, or Link against USDT. I don't look at Link against BTC, and for me, it's working very well. So I don't want to confuse myself with, is there going to be an altcoin season? Is the Bitcoin dominance going down, topped out? I don't know. For me, that is not helping me to make a decision, to be honest with you. That's just the way I trade. But you might have a different perspective on this. Do you look at this, Igor or Scott?
No.
No.
I'm not looking at this, but it is something I'm thinking about in the back of my head in terms of a macro, because I know that when there's a perceived altcoin season, you get a lot of increased volatility, a lot of increased participation. So it's something I'm thinking about, but not necessarily something I'm tracking or trading off of.
Okay.
All right, another question here from AW Station. Is that platform Attis? Yes, the one you see on the screen now, that is Attis, and the other ones you've seen today on my screen and the Igor screen, that is Quantower. So, yep. All right, we talked about gold, and Boyd, appreciate the question there. Sorry it took us a little while to get around to it. Hopefully you enjoyed that gold commentary from Mr. Severin. For some more questions. All right, Severin, question for you. Never mind, this was old question. Sorry, it was actually asking to show your entry, so that's gone. All right, question for Igor.
Yep.
Does Quantower have the same clean bid-ask clusters as seen on Attis?
It's a little bit different, but you do have a similar one. I don't have it open now, but yeah, I'll post it on my channel. Is that a member of the group or no? Do we know?
Oh, wait a second. Look at this right here. Bitcoin is following what I was looking at actually with this rejection here. So let's see if we can get that previous day value area low. Last
If-
resistance could be
it's-
nice.
It's if one, then two. Done.
Yeah, man, that's it. Exactly. Look at these highs. If one,
Then
then
two.
this is two. Would be nice, but yeah.
I'm moving my take profit here on ES down to 60.25. I do see some liquidity being added there, so I'd like to see a potential test at that level.
Okay, and ES is now, breaking this B session high. NQ is all the way down below the 200. It's struggling to claim it, but I can see the argument for those 30 still. It's been cooking a while. So if I get a little pullback down to the 90s, I might jump into it long here. And I'm looking at BTC as well. It would be nice to get a long trade on BTC where we are now. If we hold and then NQ starts to really go for it, we have a nice risk to reward. Because the stop would be just kind of like here. Okay, I'm looking at NQ, see if it holds.
10 minutes left here in C session.
Just ES needs to hold that initial balance high now, which is 18. So there's the 92 back test. Will it hold here?
Just going a bit quiet here because I'm thinking, watching.
It's quite a few longs stepping in on ES. We get a nice buy block towards the top of this candle. So let's see, 5-minute closing right now.
Okay, opening in the upper quartile.
Yeah, when I see what happens here to ES as well, because yeah, it's the crunch time now. Hold, initial balance high, good. Lose, bearish. For the amount of time we've spent up here.
I'm gonna look for a medium time frame target on ES now with this local price action.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know.
Nice.
So check this. Still some room.
NQ still struggling here, so not holding, filling
Yep.
in the order. ES coming back in.
It's just getting so sluggish here.
Yeah.
Okay, I still see Google pushing down, SPY pushing up, Tesla pushing up, Nvidia's pushing down,
Sideways.
but
It's sideways.
So ES with this local price action here, I wouldn't be surprised to hit that 6,033. It doesn't have to be today, but this is my next target as resistance. In between, there's nothing much, to be honest.
good to know.
We already flipped this into demand.
So interesting to see these markets so divergent
Yeah,
today.
completely. But look, the ES, okay, so finally a little bit of volume coming on ES to the upside there, finally, because it's been very lethargic going higher. It's like there's not many people, well, there is now earlier. It was just very, very slow going higher. and I'm basically looking here. So I'm looking at the market profile here on the right, and we had just now like 10 lots at the high, like really, really sluggish. So it's like the auction is sort of like coming to an end, but it's just not dropping either. So it's very sticky. It doesn't drop, but it's going very slowly higher. So the momentum, the tempo is very slow.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, we can always ask us a question about it.
Yep. The DOM surface is giving me some confidence right now. Those orders at 25 are holding.
Mm-hmm.
They're not down. Anything, they've moved up a little bit. Okay, NQ approaching the key level, key POC. Again, see if we reject.
Well, the thing is, we made a really nice low on B though, below the session A low. C was unable to break it. We've now traveled all the way to the other side. So ES all-time high still, making all-time highs. So a pullback here on NQ could be a buy opportunity and then take it all the way up. I mean, we still have 20 points here to get to the 30s, which is, you know, kind of like ugly. So there's a trade here to be had, and that's around $500. It's just mitigating risk down here. So just finding, you know, best spot. So I'm looking 23 now, high on ES. Let's see on NQ if we can get a little pullback. There you go. There's a nice sell order done there. So this is a great place here to potentially look for a long trade. Let's see if we hold. I'll mark it in.
20 seconds left in this 5-minute candle here.
Yeah, ES 23 rolling over again. Let's see if this one sticks. Yeah, I just took a quick scalp long. Yeah, I took a quick scalp long on ES. I'll share my screen so I can talk through this. So we've come down, big order, come down again. So let's see if I can hold this a little bit, but no, they're coming back down. But look, it's $35 risk. It's basically, it either works or it doesn't. It comes down, it doesn't go further, comes again. Okay, that's what I'd like to see. We're coming back down to entry. So at this point, I don't want to be in this trade anymore because it's just not working. We want to see that follow through straight away. We're just not getting any of it today. So yeah, happy to just, you know, put $35 to risk. I know it's minimal, but it's good risk management. And there you go. So we're out. I don't want to entertain that anymore because I can see ES kind of like holding those 23s now and rolling over. So yeah, it's just slow. So I'll go to ES and I can see that. There you go. So, you know, it's really hard. I'd like to see a proper back test of that initial balance high and hold, and then we can push higher, and then look, there you go. And that's good risk management because we've come back inside again and through. Yeah, there you go. There's the break. There's ES back testing or coming down to back test. This is tick one, so it'll be very precise down there. And then if we hold that 18 confluent with at least a nice low, the 90s that I was looking for earlier, we never got there. So you can see 90. Let me just zoom in. So there's the 90s. We never got there. There you go. So there's the 90s now. Confluence with the ES hitting that initial balance high. Let's see if we hit the 90, come back inside and break at least 95. Then we can jump into a long trade and take it up to the 30s. If this market is still bullish, we're still one time framing higher on the ES. So that would be a nice position there. So let's keep looking. I'm interested in the long here and happy to be stopped out. I've got an auto stop for 60 ticks, so that's not a lot. That's $300 only.
Okay, excellent.
2 minutes left on this session.
Yeah.
There's the move. Didn't quite really hit those 90s. Look how cheeky those market makers are. Let's see if they do another run.
Yeah, again, rejected at that same level, 21,210. That's been the level of the stop today.
Yep. Point of control.
NQ getting a slight move up here. See if we can take the high there at 211.
21. So ES didn't really backtest. So we have initial balance 18. So we stopped at 19. I would say there's still another leg down. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. Let's take a look at ES as well. Yeah, they look at that. They left it alone.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's quite interesting to see. Yeah, NQ with a nice bounce. Got to give it to them. But let's see if they sweep. Because that's, look, once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7 times now the 90s. So how wonderful would it be to just go there, clean the 90s, come back inside, and then go and tap those 30s. That's 20, 30 at that point. That would be a better risk to reward trade. Because right now, it's meh. I mean, down here you had one earlier, but it just didn't want to go. So that good risk management to close that trade with only, what, $30? This is what it's nice. And there you go, coming back to 95. Will 95 hold? Got my finger in the button. I would have preferred to see that back test on ES. Yeah, and look at that. We're at the point of control on the NQ, so it's really hard to take trades at the point of control.
It is. We've just got 1 minute left here in the C session, so C session coming to an end here shortly. It just is a little bit unpredictable.
Yeah, they held those 95s as well. Preset an order at 90 with a $300 invalidation. For the B session, for the D session open. Quick move down, fill it.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. I'll mark it in.
20 seconds left.
Come on. Initial balance high. Back test. 18 on ES. Stop. $200. Take it back up to the high. NQ down to 90 and then back up to 30. That would look something like, well, 85. So there's the D session. Let's take a look at the ES. There's the 90s coming. 5, not there yet. Expect a little run for those stops.
Yep.
I'm willing to risk 300 here for this.
Are you already in, or is it a preset for you?
Nope, not in yet. Just want to see the reaction. There you go. There's the initial balance high coming in. Not quite yet. Not yet. There. Now we can look at this action here and mark it in if we see suit. Not yet. Still looking. Still looking. Good volume.
Yep.
There you go. There's the reaction we wanted to see. So that's nice on ES. So they've gone through $10 there. They lifted the liquidity below at the 80s. We're still hunting that long trade. This is still support until it's completely lost. The period only just open. ES looks a bit better. I'm going to pull the long on ES. I said 300, but now we're lower. And then I'm going to go to NQ and I'm going to pull the long on the NQ as well. It's just a shame they still have the 80s, but I'll risk $300 here. Or 250. Okay, nice. Let's see if they can push. A little bit slow. Come on, push. Yes, as well. It's a shame they didn't take the 80s completely again. One more little drop. But that would have been better. Let's see if they can hold this. If they don't and accept inside initial balance on ES, then that's it. Game over. But it's worth the risk here. So I'll keep my stop at 75s. So $5 from the 80s there. And it's one of those that it's worth. Yeah, yes, coming back inside. That's not a good sign. Because you can see the initial balance high being lost now. So trade is still valid, but NQ coming back down to that entry and below. It's looking a little bit bearish now.
Mhm.
But that's okay. At least you've seen the whole thought process here of a trade. And it doesn't matter if we lose this because it's just one of those. So it's still waiting. A lot of orders being filled there and the market really getting accepted inside. Can you see here on ES? Inside initial balance. You guys are flat? So
I'm
that's
flat.
Yeah, I got stopped on that NQ trade. Still on the ES trade there.
Cool.
But this still looks good though. If we do reclaim, I'll go back in there, but I'll see.
Yeah,
Keep an eye
local
on-
lows now taken on Nasdaq. So what else do we have here?
Yeah, the Nasdaq will go now through the 70s, and
Yes. Same here. Yep, still long on ES. Took one profit at the 18 level. Now back below that level.
yeah, shame we didn't held those 80s there. That would have been a really nice trade. And then take it. But yeah, it's just making lower lows now. Now it's a little bit more cleaner. Lower lows, lower highs. And ES is well and truly. This is too long for me. So typically when you spend this long inside there, it's not a good sign. You also have quite a bit of volume down there. But let's see, it's still valid. It just needs to go. And then we can let it rip to the upside and another potential. But yeah, NQ, what a little tricky market. Look at that. It took us out and it's going, yeah, it's so tricky. But I will see if I can jump back in there. I mean, the trade plan is still valid, but I wanted to give myself, you know, the risk was the risk and that was it. But yeah, little market makers, they literally went below like so from the 80s all the way down. Yeah, okay, fair enough. They're still rejecting though.
NY open retest on Nasdaq just now, but nice candle on the 1 minute.
We're looking. ES looks good. You're still on ES, yeah?
Yep, still long ES.
Let's
Looking for 25.
Let's let that cook. It's so tempting to jump into that NQ trade even though it's ripping now, because that would have been the good trade. I'm going to try and look for a place where we potentially could jump in, but then I'll just completely move my stop to that low. So it'll be like a scalp. We might take a loss again, but I'm going to manage it really closely. And here's the ES trade playing out on the right there on the DOM.
Still got some work to do here on ES. If we want to take the 25, still got to get above 22. So that's got some work to do. NQ is looking a little better. See if they can close a 1 minute candle above the New York Open, maybe above even the 50 on the 1 minute.
Yeah. If you did take the long on the NQ and you held it, or let's say you use the micros or whatever, hold it to 30s. I would. Obviously, I'm going to try and look for a different entry now. I mean, we've got 85s. Let's see if we can get a back test of 85s and hold, that is. Yes, it's trying to come back inside. Come on, don't get inside this initial balance. You need to hold there. There's your 85s. If we go back inside, I'm going to take a quick long here, and I'm going to put the stop right there. If it basically either goes or it doesn't. So that's what, yeah, $80. Want to see a hold here. And it's not, unfortunately. Just a couple of ticks down, just to see if I can still stay on this. Okay. I'm doing all this live for you all to see.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't quite get it, which is fine.
Need NQ to play along here. NQ needs to play for ES to go higher.
It's not. It's just sticky. Come on.
Yeah.
It's really not.
There's a little move.
Right, now we can try and push this higher a little bit, as in the stop. Still give the trade a little bit of room. So ES still at 100. Yeah, it's just not going. It's
That's it.
yeah, it's still And it look at the 84s. They're building a bit of liquidity there. Okay. Be nice to see ES go take the highs again. But yeah, it's not the same market we were trading at the beginning of the week for sure.
No,
But that makes sense with these crazy impulses and all the data releases and election results the markets had to digest. So now it's time to slow down a little bit and let that sink in, take profits over the weekend. And
definitely. Let's see. I mean, I would love to see a push for those two. I mean, we're coming into the resistance now. CNQ. I mean, just blast through that now, that point of control. We've spent so much time there that I would not be surprised if we reject here. I'm going to hold the trade anyway, just to see if we had that good, rotation to the 30s. Are you still on that long as well, Scott?
Yep, still in the long on
Okay.
ES. Looking for that 25, that big liquidity band. It's been sitting up there for a while, but we've been eyeing that. We need to take the high here and hold it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like we could just turn around and reject here. Stocks are still not playing along either.
Yeah, Nvidia with the double bottom there. So it's just, look at that. It's just not getting that follow through, unfortunately. So we might get stopped on this for a scratch trade, which is obviously very disappointing. And back to N3. Yeah, it's just not playing with us today. Come on, hold here. This is the 7.5, should hold. Perhaps a good place to add another lot. Still a winning trade. Come on. Give us a little push. A little perk. Okay, yes.
Yeah, give us a little something. Little Friday special.
I'm not trading power hour today, by the way. If it's going to be like this,
me neither.
Yeah,
I'm checking
really.
out in a minute.
Come on, baby. Give me a little something here. Yes, come on. Make it a beautiful Friday for us. Come on.
Nasdaq taking 1 minute high. Looks good in terms of the 5-minute close.
It's just finding trouble here at the 200s. You can see every time it goes there, it does. Oh, look, there you go. There's the 200s through the level. Now we can. I'm going to use the local lower stop. There you go. So that's a $160 locked on that trade in case we do drop back down. I mean, that 96, 97. Where's the yes? Yes, we're still also at 160. But yeah, I'm happy to be stopped on that one. Yep, fine. And then it's just, honestly, on a different day, we probably let this completely run all the way up to the 30s. It very likely will go there, to be honest, but it's just not doing much. I mean, yes, I would say 23, but look, it's just so lethargic. Actually, I'm going to, you know what, with this new information, I'm actually going to leave my stop exactly at entry because it's just not worth the, $80. It's just not worth. I'll leave it for the at least the high again, and let's keep an eye on that. So I'm looking at volume, so I'm going to zoom in. So in this trade was all obviously given as it was happening before it happened. So we're looking for the initial balance high. We also have the half back of C session there. We have price coming in. We then make the low. We buy on the, once we see that strength, we go back inside, and now we watch this. And you know what? CD. Look at that CD there. How many times we've seen a poor high being made at C and D, and then the market drops, and then it comes back later during power hour. And it's doing it again. It's just ridiculous. I've seen this so many times. CD, high of the day or low of the day for a couple of periods, and then it comes back later and then takes it. So yeah, again, just so many stats I've got on this. But come on, just take it now. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, this is getting annoying. I'm a little sweaty now.
It is annoying, isn't it? Power hour is the last two sessions of the day. So you've got L and M. I'll show you one from yesterday. So here's the... come on, just break out of here. So there you go. So power hour, for the person asking there in the chat, you've got the L period and then the M period. So this will be the settlement, the M close, and then you've got the last, which is at 9:45 my time. Okay, so 45 minutes later. because the market still trades the post-market. But the power hour is the last two periods, 30-minute periods. So each letter represents a 30-minute bar. And there you go. Look at that CD still. This is tick 1, by the way. I'm using tick 1. I've not used tick 1 in a while. It's been tick 2 and tick 4, but it's just not. There you go. NQ will go to those 30s. And if it does, I'm going to throw the Troys out of the pram because we did have that. Might jump in later still, but yeah, it's just really annoying. But yeah, I hope you can appreciate the level of detail I'm putting into this for the explanation. There's a really nice rounded trade. There you go, CD taken now. And what we can do here, like if you want to box in a trade, this is what I like to call it. Now you can just trail like all of these higher lows. So you can just go 2 back. So you've got 1 here, 1 there. You can go this one here. So at least you've locked $125. However, it's not the best trade, but you've traded 1 tick above C session high. This is still 1 time framing higher. I would say if you are on a better trade, meaning if you added 2 lots or whatever, maybe not today, but there's a highly chance we still take that high again into the 30s. That was my second level, and I'm going to share my other screen on ES. So the first one was 16, as you can see there, and the second one was 30, and then obviously 50. But honestly, look at this range here. It's just too slow, not going anywhere. Yep, back to you, boys. Oh, and I'm out of that trade. So there you go.
Cool.
I hope you appreciated the. Oh, you still. I think Severin, if you could, if you could maybe stop your share, your screen will come up.
Course.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't automatically go full screen. Yeah, and then it's it's not full screen as well.
Maybe you can unshare and share again, Scott. Then it's gonna be up there.
Try that.
And you know what? Sometimes because the market is just this like lethargic and slow coming up to a level, it does beg the question. Like I've seen this many times. Let me just share my screen again. I've seen it many times where this CD session high is a local high, and then let me show. I'll try and share a different session here, and then you after, let's say. Like a couple. There you go. There's a good example here. So yesterday, you come up to the C high, D high. You just stay there a little bit. Sometimes you just make a poor high exactly. So that was 96 yesterday. And then what happens after is E session opens. You have a nice pullback. Look at that all the way down to the half back of D session. That's ridiculous. Look at the precision of that. That's tick 1 as well. And then you just go and take that D session high again. So from D session EQ or half back all the way up to the session high, that's $230. So that's a nice little trade. And then obviously gets continuation. And that's what we kind of like seeing here today, where the market is just stuck here, very slow, lethargic. And sometimes it just says to the market basically needs them juice, needs them orders, and then does another rotation lower, potentially down to the D EQ, maybe in about 13, 25 minutes, maybe. Like let's say a couple of minutes into a E session, we get the pullback, and then that's when it comes back up here. So often you will find that it is okay to take a little short scalp here just with that information. It is nice to leave that 25 there for later. It's there. You can take the little short trade down to, but it's right here. I mean, you can see, to be honest, that they're already adding there and pushing higher with it. So it's up for grabs. It's very slow. The tempo here is really slow, really slow. I mean, honestly, I'm sure you can all agree in the chat that today's been a very lethargic, slow grind. Initially was okay, and I mean, I still feel NQ will clean those 30s. They just look way too clean to me. Let me see if I can go back. Probably can't see it here. I'll probably share a screen probably on the 5-minute. It's probably easier. Let me just change this. There you go. I'll share my other screen. Yeah, these 30s here, they just look. Let me just put some candles or some dressing. That here looks, and I'm going to hide everything. There you go. that looks a little bit too clean. And typically when you have a move that looks, actually, let me do a trend line, that looks like this. Typically when you get this, you get that little run through. We've come down. That was the 80s that we were looking for. We took the long, but it's just very slow going out of it. It's like a sloth.
Yeah, it's
isn't
stuck
it?
here.
Yeah.
Stuck here. Yep.
But typically
Needs
you
some
get
power.
you get if one down here. Whoops, that looks like a 2. If one, then 2. Okay, so target is those 30s. And yeah, that's it.
Cool. Seeing a few buyers come in here on ES, but still not pushing it out of its little range.
Very slow up here. So while we're waiting, are there any further questions that we could cover?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me take a look.
Just gonna take a look to see if there's another trade here. I'm looking at, and I mean you can see I've got my chart. I'm gonna put on a 30-second chart. It kind of mirrors like what we get on a very granular like tick chart. So if I see a trade, I'll take one or I'll share again. Back to you
Sounds great.
guys.
Okay, this is a question from Yannick. And Yannick, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe one of you guys know, the question is, where do you trade stocks in Belgium? Either of you happen to know?
I know there is a problem trading stocks and I think even futures in Belgium. So I'm not from Belgium, so I can't really tell, but I have a friend who lives in Belgium and he had to get an address somewhere else. So I'm not too sure. You can look into interactive brokers, but it might be banned in Belgium as well. So unfortunately, I can't give an answer on that.
Yeah, me neither, unfortunately. We looked at some altcoin trades, cracking moment, so thank you for that question. Okay, this is a question from Jamie. Can Igor do slower setups like Severin does? I'm not sure what exactly that means. Do you mean slower like taking more time with them? Or do you mean slower like, yeah, let me know what you mean, Jamie.
Yeah, what do you mean? Any slower than this? It's I mean today is very slow. We were talking
this
through
is painful.
Yeah, I mean we were talking through that trade there. That was a very slow trade and it came to fruition and it played out exactly as we were looking at. So I mean that was slow. Did that help?
I think so.
Good.
All right. Oops. Spot. What's power hour? Well, you answered that question.
Yeah, I answered that. I do see Andorra there saying top TPO on Quantower looks better than Atis. My friend, it is better than Atis because I use Atis for a very, very long time, and I could go on and on and on, and the boys know that. And I mean, look at Scott. Scott's is using the TPO that we've been cooking here. And I mean, I'll let him talk. Go on, Scott. Enlighten the chat on Quantower TPO and the rest.
So what I would say about Quantower TPO is this: the cleanest on my eye that I've ever used. It's the easiest to decipher what is happening on the chart. A lot of times you look at a TPO chart and you're thinking, what the heck am I even looking at? Especially if you're new to it. But with Quantower, for me, it's really easy because we've got it color coordinated. We've got it set up with the value areas, with the poor highs and poor lows. Just so easy to see. So those things in the chart, like let's say like an A session equilibrium or a D session open, those are all sticking out like a sore thumb. And so my eye is drawn directly to them. And even then, you've got on the right-hand side of the TPO chart, you have a 30-minute volume profile. So right now on NQ, actually, you can see that at the high of the move, there's only 33 contracts, all right? And that's pretty low because the POC has around 1,900. So you can tell there's not a lot of buying interest when we get up there and not even a lot of selling interest either. So very, very interesting. And it's been a wonderful tool for my trading.
Brilliant.
So
And,
I saw some.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Igor.
No.
First.
Sorry.
It's about the chat. So Simon sent a comment. Hi, it's Simon here. I had the pleasure of meeting you guys in Madeira. I remember you very well. So that's nice to see you. And he's joining CC soon again. That is perfect. So see you inside the community again. That's
Brilliant.
perfect.
Yeah, really, really great to see you.
And anywhere where you suggest to find ATAS templates, 100%. My ATAS templates are all available on our website. You have to be a member to access that, though. So while we bring these live trading streams to the public for the month of November, our templates and all the educational material is still exclusive for the members. So that's that.
Yeah, wonderful.
Where are you going to trade BTC against USDT? That's on Bybit for me.
To be fair, BTC does look good here for another push.
See if ES can push. Maybe the BTC can push too.
Yeah, we've been wanting ES to push all day.
I know. It's so funny.
Not-
I honestly don't think it's moved in the last like 10 or 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
pretty weird.
Yeah,
Someone's
it's-
filling a big order.
It's not doing what we typically see.
Mm-mm. Question for you, Igor, from Mehmet. What is your big motivation?
Oh, motivation. Oh gosh. I mean, there is, and if you're a trader, you know this. There is that kind of like nice feeling you get when the whole plan comes to fruition. And honestly, and I don't want to sound like a dead, beaten horse or whatever, but we have had a really good run past few weeks, especially on BTC. It's been really on point, like to the point that at one day we had the absolute low of the move, like to the tick. That was quite impressive. The motivation is me trying and doing my best to share the plans and come up with these ideas that we see in the BTC channel, in my channel, and then it's also getting that feedback from the members saying, wow, that was a beauty, like we got the plan, we got the risk management, everything just played out like properly. But it's always down to the user. So yeah, I mean, the motivation is just like keeping the learning curve, the teaching, the sharing, and seeing like Scott, Severin, and all the other traders coming through and doing, if not better than me now, to be honest. It's honestly, it's really amazing. And I've got a good eye to detail. So like the likes of like these templates, these TPO, the kind of like the profile and everything that I've been doing here. And earlier, when you were talking about the TPO profile, like you were saying about the open and close, and I actually, and look, zero affiliation with Quantower whatsoever, zero. I actually bought the license, and they gave it for me for free after, but I don't, obviously I had already bought it, but I actually had a big input on how this was developed, because I, as a trader, want to see where that 30-minute open is. And if you look here on C session, this green represents the open of the candle. So I'm going to take you over to a market profile. I mean, just a clean 30-minute chart on ES. So let me just push that up, and I'm going to hide everything else. So here, you're looking at the same open. So if I'm going to just do this, so this here, it's the same open as it is here. Okay, look, 16, 16. So if you're not used with the bars, I'll show you a candle. There's the open. The reason why I use the bars, it's because it's super clean and it kind of just removes all the noise. So when I'm trading, I want to see, okay, where did we open? And that's that right there. I'm going to actually put this thicker so you can actually see it. There you go. So thicker should be like that. So you got the open, low, high, and close. And when I was looking at this TPO, and obviously I was with Atos, I spoke to Quantower and I says, look guys, I really would love you guys to put the open letter in a different color. You choose a color, whatever, but I want to see it. I want to see where that opens, because it's such an important piece of information. And then I want to see the halfback, which is the 50% of the C session. So if you put a Fibonacci on the high to the low, you will get that C will be the 50% of this move. Just like you would do on TradingView, you go from the high to the low, there you go, 19. So if you go on Quantower, you would go from high to the low and you'd get 19. There you go, 19. So that to me is really crucial information. But also I want to see, okay, where did we close? Well, there you go, C session closed at 21. We go back to TradingView, close 21. So this is the type of information that is super crucial as a trader, because as you saw, that trade with the C session, the poor high coming back down to C initial balance high, that was all a plan that I could see even before it formed. And and it played out, and we see this day in, day out, day in, day out. Sometimes we have to be patient, wait and wait and wait. We get it, and then we go through it. But it was nice to see Quantower as a good support team saying, you know what, from a trader, we'll accept it, and they've implemented it, and it's super, super crisp. Also here on the left, you can see this is the tick. For example, here would be at 22.75. And that is the delta for this volume period here. So you've got all of the information here, and you can see it's so clear. So for example, if there's a well here selling, you can see all of this buying. Well, someone is absorbing that, and you can see the point of control of that 30-minute period. So this is super crucial information. So for me, Quantower is really good because it's been, I basically don't need this chart, because I can look at this right here and I can tell you exactly what's happening. And even earlier when I was saying, look, there's a discrepancy here because on ES we are open, literally from the get-go we open, not one tick. This is not even one tick below the open. We open and we just ripped. We then open B, went to the A halfback and ripped again. C back down to the B halfback and ripped again, and then now here we are at D. But on NQ, what we did was we broke the A low, so there's a bit of a discrepancy. So where one market is bullish, the other one is bearish, and we are at 20 still, not the 30. So we're gonna get there eventually, but you can just see the amount of information you can get from this. But yeah, anyway, we talk about this obviously in the modules. I've got a few streams on that, but it's just the amount of information that just a TPO chart can give you. Anyway, I better stop now.
No, that's a great answer. Thank you very much. And yes, thank you, Connor. We see there's a very helpful and detailed lesson on TPO on our website by Igor. So something that if you're interested, you should definitely check it out.
And smash the likes. Come on. We need a
Yeah,
couple more likes there.
like buttons. All right, we're back below the key level on NQ, TPOC. ES tried to make a move. We've just opened up the E session. So I want to see if we can hit that 25 on this open. That would be peachy.
Boom. Coming up to it.
Can't seem to get up there. Every time we get up there, somebody's saying no thank you. But let's see. One more attempt here.
You guys flat?
Still long.
I am still
Come
flat.
on.
I love it. Scott, you have really mastered the I'm gonna hold it, you know, take.
Yeah.
But it's frustrating when you see it come all the way back in and it's stopped, like earlier happened to you. I know that because I've been there so many times, and now I just box in, I just take the money and run. Because, but I have been really working hard on letting them running, but I think the boxing method is very successful.
Yes, and I've got it boxed in now. So, either we break the 1 minute low or we go to my target, and that's going to be a wrap for me on this trade. Come on, baby.
And this all stemmed from that back test of the initial balance high. We did spend a little bit of time inside, which at one point was looking a little bit, is it going to stick? But then eventually we got the move in back inside, well, back above it, and then it's just been running. But yeah, looking good there, your trade.
Thank you. Let me see if we have any more questions here. Okay. Igor is a real life trading encyclopedia, a gift for CC. So is Severin. Oh, I totally agree. Could you please take a look at coin since it is in a good sync with BTC, please?
We can look at coin, but I'm just gonna have to open a new chart here. So give me a second. Okay, let's open a chart. Let's then go to coin main list. Coin is in Coinbase, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's start from, am I sharing my screen? Good. Right, so, well, there you go. It's nearly there. So inception, drop, backtest, made a low. What's that? $37, $40. I remember we spent a long time. This is a monthly chart. We spent a long time down there, and I remember when this broke out. So accumulation, breakout, backtest, off to the races, backtest again, and now the next target is the high. So
Look
I
at
would not.
ES now, almost at that 25.
Yes, I went ahead and closed the trade there at
Kissing.
$24.50 because I don't need another 50 cents. I'm good. After that.
Nice one, mate.
Nice.
And that was a trade for about $1,000 just on 2 contracts from ES.
Brilliant.
And the key level there was that key level that we were looking at on ES on the New York Open there, Severin. So
Brilliant.
amazing delivery there on that price action. Still haven't hit the 25, so who knows? Maybe we take now, but yeah.
What an amazing trade that was.
Thank you,
Very
thank you.
nice.
I have been
Yeah,
sweating.
no.
I'm sweating.
Oh,
No.
look at Bitcoin now pulling back.
Let's take a look at BTC then. So BTC with a lot of delta up here, negative delta. So it's struggling, but it's not dropping either. This is a 30. No, this is a daily chart here. Let's go down to a 30 and just take a look. I've got this on quite a high tick size. Let's go tick 100 maybe. No, actually tick 50. This is by bit information. So we're going with what we're getting the feed here. So it's come all the way back inside. It took the lows, took the highs of the mini range that we spent all day. Actually not on, this is interesting, not on the Bybit pair. What about Coinbase?
Yeah, you can see that my chart is up. That is the Bybit chart. We didn't take the lows there at 500.
Yeah, the 500s, but we did, and this is why, I mean, the CME has been really good. I did have the order here to buy early, but I didn't push the trigger yet because it's still not kind of the best. I don't like the lows, but that would have been a nice place potentially to buy this. So let's keep an eye. I might have to go down to a 1 minute. Let's keep an eye there.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a nice rollover here. So it's not finished up there.
Oh, that is actually also on a open interest increase, this pullback now.
Is it? Okay, so it's
Mhm.
a little bit more bearish. Let's take a look. Yeah, but you know what? Like the nice setups on BTC, I feel like we've come to a point now. I mean, what did I 77 450. That's the high, not rich, 75 750. Yeah. We've swept the low, back test now. It could really go, to be honest, it could go now, but because we didn't take that low on the Bybit that I can see on your chart, bit
I
biased
prefer
there.
that previous day value area low still. For me, that would be a great opportunity this zone.
Oh, what, down there at 75 700?
75 to 80.
All right, yeah, you're looking at different, Bybit. Yeah, it's a little bit different. But yeah, that would have been nice. But yeah, even on RTH, so this is BTC, RTH. Let me just share my screen there. Okay, so this is, it's actually looking good for a nice high formation, but obviously we need to break that 75 100. If we break that 75 100, then I would say we have a little trap on BTC, and we can have a deeper pullback to fill the gap down there at 70K. And for that, we would need to break 75.95. So 75K, basically. But then, okay, that is still support. As soon as we get to the gap, you'll have the CC. So if I put a standard, there you go. You've got the 618 at the gap fill. Well, actually, that's very nice confluence. And let me just move this like that so you can all see the point of control, where it will be. Yep, and it will be the point of control as well. So 70K is a nice level, but it's not confirmed yet.
Yep.
It sure is trying though. It's kind of like attempt. But yeah, not quite there yet. What was the volume on the daily? Change this. 2-6. Yeah, ES and NQ really stuck there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm out of that one. That was a pain. And you could you could tell it's just lethargic. I mean, bulls want to go higher, bears want to go lower. Nobody's being decisive. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be next week, to be honest. BTC, I would actually say, having a look at all of this, I would say it's not looking like the best for just a rip now. I mean, you could argue you have like a trend line support that is kind of holding for this. I like to use the line and then go boop. So yeah, it's basically lifetime support right now. If we drop below the current low, this will go down to that last single print done there, which was here. No, that's the volume. I'll show you the TPO there. So if we do drop below the current low, so yeah, there's a trade here. There's a trade here, long trade, because the risk is really small. But then on a Friday afternoon, taking a long trade here, perhaps not the best idea. But there, oops, that's the wrong, that's the wrong one. So there is a trade that would be something similar to this, but stop is literally right there. In other words, lose the low here, and we could see that single print done there being filled. And that single print actually comes in a RTH session. So if I just hide this, there you go. So there's the single print. I actually have it marked. So if I go to 5 minutes, probably, or yeah, there you go. That's easier like that. So yeah, it's the value area low of the New York session. So there was an argument earlier for that long trade. Look at that, to the tick, to the tick. Let me show you this, folks, traders. I'm gonna hide everything so you don't get confused. That, and that. And I'm gonna hide the overnight session, everything, and even price. Okay, so let's go back in. Look at that. So this is yesterday's. So forget about today. This is yesterday's value area low on the RTH session for the BTC CME pair, just in front of that first support of the single print. So the value area low came in, and that I'd made this obviously this morning and shared it with the group, 76,230. You come down on the open and look at the low. So the low of that candle there, look up here. The low of that candle is 76,225. I mean, like literally down there at the lows. How incredible that is. So we're getting the back test now. So yeah, there is an argument here for a long trade from now, and your stop is literally just there. Because if we do lose this level now, I would anticipate this to go all the way down to the second. Let's say we do this, we'll go to the second singles. If we hold here, we can then get that rotation to previous day high, 77, 500. But then with the ES very slow. But yeah, there's a little setup here, low risk setup.
Nice one.
Back to you, boys.
No, yeah, but do we have any further questions? Because on my end, I'm getting a little bit tired now, so maybe we start to
Oh wow,
think
yes,
about
yes, we
soon.
do have to go.
We won't for
just gonna
me 30
say,
hours.
I completely understand. Nope, it's the end of the week. We're all a bit exhausted. One thing I wanted to do just before we go, is it possible for one of you to show our Instagram accounts? Because I know we've just added some new Instagram accounts, and we've been posting. So you can maybe catch some reminders there, some trade recaps, maybe even some really insightful educational videos. I don't know if we wanted to just pop that in, and we'd love for you guys to follow us if this is something you're interested in. That would be really an honor for us to have you all on there. So
I don't have mine up, but I will share it.
okay, I can
Twitter.
share it if you need. Okay, cool.
Do you have mine?
I do.
Yeah, go on.
Let me know if you can see it here. I just put it on my screen, but it might be wrong window. So let me stop sharing, resume sharing. Okay, cool. Let me know if you can see this.
Oh, yep.
So this is our account, Chart Champions Official, and all of us are featured under here. And here you can find a lot of different setups from Daniel, a lot of different things from Coach Igor and Coach Severin. And then each of us have our own channels. So Igor has his own channel, and he's at Igor at _Chart Champions. And since we just added these, this is like a brand new thing. So we are really looking to start promoting things out on here on Instagram, start trying to get a little bit of traction here. So if this is something you're interested in, maybe even some speeches from our Dubai event, then please come check us out. We have a lot of amazing content coming out on here, a lot of big plans as well, actually, for this one. So should be exciting. I've shown a couple of my trades here, a little passing on the eval. One of my friends, Woodchopper, shout out to Woodchopper. I'm not sure I saw him here today, but I'm also going to be featuring some of our members from pictures that we took in the Dubai meetup, so you can get to know some people face to face, as well as follow them on Instagram too. So I just wanted to share that and say, hey, we're trying something new, and if you're on Instagram, come check us out. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say there.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I will also share some daily insights on some of the trades I've taken, daily plans, and just the life as a trader.
Yeah, I'll start being a bit more active on mine as well. I'm not a social media guy, but I'll post a few things there. All right, but are we? Did we go through some of the questions and finish that? Because I think it's time for us to get going. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, being here with you guys. But yeah, Scott, take the floor.
I just wanted to say that we do have one more question, and the question is from Forward. Igor, do you have a template for RTH profile for Attis? And I believe that is a yes.
Yes, there is one which I made quite some time ago, and I used it until it was completely broken by Attis by keep breaking with the updates. No, I'm kidding. It does work still. That one actually still works really well. But yeah, there's on the Vault, there's the legacy ones, and I think that's in there still. And there is, they're all there, including the Quantower ones and the Trading View as well. I can share the chat because honestly, Trading View is actually looking very good when you have the RTH session. Both of them, they work good, and I can share this now. So for example, if you just open both of them, you can see an hide price. So I'm just going to hide price. You can see that's the overnight and there's the RTH. So it kind of mirrors what we have in Quantower, Attis, and you can see the levels. And then it's just down to you, obviously, to go, okay, let me mark these levels. So RTH high, RTH low, value area low, midpoint, the value area high, settlement, etc., and then you just trade and move it over every day, each one day. And then just carry those levels forward. But yeah, so Trading View, and this is super charts, isn't it, what they call it now? So you can actually share this and you guys can have the same template. So yeah, I share these with the members, but I always tell them, like, make sure to save it. And then a couple of days later they come back to me and says, no, I can't access them. And it's like, just save the thing. Anyway, yes, we do.
And with that, I think we can go ahead and wrap things up for today. And just a quick reminder, if you do have questions about the templates or anything that we've talked about here today, we do have a trading assistant in our community who's working full time to answer your questions, to link you charts, to link you videos that'll be helpful for your trading path. So with that, I just want to say a huge shout out to everyone here in the chat with us. I think we had over 900 people watching at one point. We've got about 600 left. It is so amazing to see you all here. It is such an inspiration to have the time here with you all. And to Coach Igor and Coach Severin, thank you so very much for allowing me to be part of this wonderful, wonderful trading live stream. It's been an incredible opportunity for my personal trading. It's made me a better trader. And I hope also for those in the chat, it's making you a better trader too. So with that, I want to say everyone have a wonderful weekend. As I always say, spend some time with some loved ones, touch some grass, get out and do something outside of the charts, and just enjoy yourself. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. So with that, that's all for me.
Now, that is very nice closing words. So thank you also for being here. Scott is an absolute legend. A lot of fun trading with you guys. So for you all, quick reminder, next week we're going to do the exact same. So there's going to be live trading on Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Friday again. And we will be here for some amazing price action. If you want to see our live updates. That's obviously available in the Discord. So we are available basically from 8 a.m. in the morning till 10 p.m. in the afternoon. So I can always see Igor online. Daniel is giving constant updates. So you couldn't ask for more. So see you all next week. It's been amazing, and enjoy your weekend. So goodbye, everyone.
See a lot of hearts coming through. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Well said, boys. Yeah, from my side, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. As always, Scott, very professional. You know, Severin, you're just a legend. And yeah, let's keep it up. See you all next week, same times. And yeah, that's bye from me. And stay safe. Have a nice weekend, and see you next week. Thank you. And
all right. See you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.